guys, just a Divine Feminine reading for you. I am Tracy Newman from The Navigators Tarot on Facebook and on Instagram. You can find me there, or you can find me on YouTube on Sleepy Wisdom, and also too, if you would like a personal reading, you can find me at my website sleepywisdom.com. Okie dokie. Okay, so what do we got for the Divine Feminine? She's a little bit all tied up. She needs rest, relaxation, and also attachment. She's really struggling at the moment. It's interesting, the Divine Masculine has like come ahead in leaps and bounds, and the Divine Feminine is finding it a little difficult at the moment to detach. But she is love after all. And the Divine Feminine can sometimes at the moment just get a little bit confused because, moving into these new earth energies is sometimes quite intense, and a lot of rest and relaxation is needed. But we have caring connection here. So, ultimately that is the goal, to have caring connections with everybody that she meets, and who she allows to have access to her. And ultimately, she is the angel of love, who at the moment, that is what she's really, really honed in on manifesting at this point in time. However, she does have these attachment issues, and being all tied up in that aspect of attachment, where she must really begin to see where she needs to let go of any attachments that she has. And I would also say any attachment she has towards her own false sense of being, and any masks that she may actually be wearing that she's not really aware of. It's a good thing to maybe go within and find where any fear, or any fear probably of it, it can be any fear of either attaching ourselves to an energy that we are not completely trusting of, or because when we attach like we do, it obviously means that we're not trusting ourselves enough and not putting our trust and our faith in ourselves and all that is. So, I think at the moment the feminine is really probably needing to go within and find where she may have any attachments to an older, outdated sense of self. And walking away from those energies, that's what she really, really needs to do at this point in time. Walk away from anything that is that she is actually really finding herself attached to. Some sort of cord cutting would be a really, really good idea at this point in time. If you can find a healer that does that sort of work, that can be helpful. But also we are our own healers, and I'm pretty sure that if you go within, you can actually take yourself through any sort of cord cutting that needs to happen on any esoteric sort of level at all. We also have healing for the ages, which is exactly what the feminine is now doing. The feminine not only heals for herself, but she also heals for the new earth structure that's coming in, and also heals a lot of the wounded aspects of self, and also the earth on which she lives. The sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, which is also to accessing, if there's any pressure in your head that you're feeling at the moment, especially around this area, it will be opening up that third eye, which a lot of us are now starting to do, which also through our healing and walking away from attachments of old false senses of reality and false senses of identity, removal of all masks, so that we can access those beautiful healing energies and of the heart chakra here, but also to accessing the third eye, which is exactly where the feminine is at the moment. The feminine at the moment has gone through a lot of the throat chakra blockages, and also to feeling a lot of headaches and around this area, and it's because we're clearing out a lot of the old blocked energies that need to be removed so that we can move more comfortably into these higher realms and these higher states of being. So we'll have one more for the Divine Feminine and see where she's at. So yeah, this is really interesting. We have the woman holding a coin. A lot of us are beginning to walk away from the need to control our finances from a 3D aspect, and moving more into these other energies where it requires a lot more trust and faith within ourselves, and also in all that is, and with the newer aspects of looking at how we manifest abundance in this material world, but also to, as we move out of that and into these 5D energies, into these higher realms, that we're beginning to understand that a great amount of trust and faith is required to move into these realms. And then we've got the daughter spirit, because that is the only way through into the door. If you look at that, that looks like a door. And where we're actually moving from one world into another. And we're doing this by changing our vibration. And of course, the vibration and the frequency changes that are occurring are requiring us to move on out of these older 3D energies into a higher frequency and a higher realm of understanding. So, you know, they're the energies for the feminine at the moment. She is really, because the feminine leads the way, you know, and we're moving from one frequency level into a higher octave. And so it requires us to let go of any remaining fears, not attach ourselves to anything that is going to keep us back in those 3D energies, and to walk away from that and move into a greater level of understanding, a greater intuitive aspect by removing any blockages from this false sense of reality, removing blockages from the throat chakra, removing blockages from the third eye, and moving into more heartfelt energies where we can move into this newer realm of understanding and recognize that our abundance may not actually be what we think, and or what we have been led to believe that abundance is. So interesting times, because we're moving into something completely new, and because of that, we can't really see how that's going to look and how that's going to manifest. But it's about having faith in God, I guess, and in ourselves, and letting go of all attachments to move into that new space, and just allowing that new energy to come through. Yeah, interesting times. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, and I'll see you next week.